In a land not so different than our own, the Heartswell domain stands tall against the armies of darkness. Illuminated by a saintly individual, no darkness could pierce his light. Until the Great War, upheaval to the domain began, a battle between the forces of darkness and bringers of light. Amidst the battle, the brave, saintly individual thrusted into a dimensional portal, left to face a new world, alone.
Hey guys, this is lavaThor, and welcome back to lavaCRAFT. Last time we worked on our minigame, specifically the mushroom caves section. We did a little bit more work on this. I don't know if I showed it last time, but I added some hazards. These little berry bushes that people get stuck on and hurt. There's another one further up. But I also worked on the caves over here because there's nothing going to be behind these. So I made some simple dripstone caves. Just grabbed some dripstone and put them in here. Just so they weren't bare. I didn't want to do more moss stuff. Maybe these ones just don't have much life to them. So they've just kind of worn out. I've worked on the walls a bit. I still need to do the ceiling, but I am making progress. More importantly, I have the Nether area done, which is over there. So let's go explore that and see what that's like. If we go from the mines area, there's a few ways to go in. Right here next to the mushrooms, there's entrance to here. Before we hop on in, there's also an upper one that goes to an upper section. And there is a little amethyst one right over here as well. This is probably my favorite. You can easily get stuck in the water and get slashed up from enemy there. But if you hop on through here... Oh, look, see, I did. I just got stuck. It wasn't even planned. Oh, yeah, that thing. You see, it's easy to get stuck, so you got to be careful. Okay. I really like the little purple glass things that just kind of make it look like particle effects. Plus the crying obsidian drippiness just really ties us together. The kind of idea or theme for the Nether was I want to do a fortress in the Nether Wastes and make it very bridgey. Obviously, it wasn't going to be a complete recreation of it, but I wanted to really make it feel like the Nether. So we have a few areas here. If we zoom out, it's very open, but also not like most areas. But this one's a lot open. We're on the lowest section here of the bridges. There's one lower section of the lava. But let's go ahead and climb up. There's a few spots. We can go right up here through this vine. The vine takes us halfway, and then you have to jump right to that spot. If you don't miss that spot, you got to start over. And then you just kind of climb your way up into this little, what's it called? This stuff. Twisted? Twisted, yeah. Twisted. I was thinking crimson. I know it wasn't crimson. I got a small twisted forest here. Or warped. That's what it is. A warped forest. A small warped forest that you can climb up into. And this takes you to this very top portal right here from the mines. So this comes all the way out and goes here. And you can actually jump this spot out. Oh, wait, that was an interesting spot to land. Can we make it there? Oh, with the wings we can. We cheated a little bit. Don't tell anybody we cheated. Okay, but that just comes up to here, and then here you can also jump to that spot. If you do a double jump, you can jump to that spot. So it's a little hard. People can miss it, but if you have any decent skill at Minecraft, unlike me, you can make it. This bridge just kind of ends. You always find those bridges off that just kind of cut off in the middle of nowhere. And then this will eventually go to my other area. This will be one portal there. So that wall hasn't really been done yet. This portal goes to the one that connects right to the mines into the mushrooms area. So that's kind of where this is. But also there's a little pathway here that goes up and down that you can go. Now, remember, the wizard has frostwalker boots, or you can crouch. So if you're wizard, this could help you cross those a bit. And then there's this spot here. So if you want to go take this path up, you just have to like jump across and go up. And then there's a Soul Sand Valley area here with a big old fossil. I really like this fossil. It looks super cool, big old ribcage. If you get up here onto this platform, you can actually jump on the fossil and defend it a bit. So that might be a possibility. Big old glowstone cluster, lots of little quartz shards. And there's even some gold ones around too. Gold I made a little less frequent. Okay, we'll come down to the lava here. I have fire resist on my pants, so I can fall in and be kind of okay. as I miss these jumps a lot. But we added some mushrooms. I don't know if you guys know, but there's mushrooms in the Nether, and as well as gravel. There's sometimes these little gravel beaches in the Nether too. You can jump over here. Now, I made this kind of hard with the big old lava stream. So if you hit that, you'll burn up. But there's some spots to jump around. I might add a few more. There's some blackstone spots. There's gilded there. And I think there's a blackstone spot around the corner over on the side. Oh, see, I jumped in lava. Now, the cleric actually has fire resist on pants, so they could probably jump in the lava and survive once. I have a lot of healing. Yeah, here's the other blackstone area. You could hide over here underneath the bridge. And let's see, there's actually some caves. Oh, don't go. Come on. There we go. If you fall far, you're kind of screwed. So let me take a break from the cave to explain what just happened. Most of this is one layer deep, but you'll notice this little smoke stuff, and that's campfires. And if you fall in a campfire hole, you're kind of screwed because you just go bam all the way to the bottom of it. I've tried to alleviate this with some stone. If you do a stone like slab on top, the smoke will still mostly go through it, so you don't go all the way to the bottom. But I had to create some variance with them, so some of them go pretty deep. If we climb over to here though, there's actually some little caves right here, and there is this stuff. Please don't steal this. But yeah, so there's little caves over here that actually goes up into the fortress. We got a little lava well here, and even a pillar coming down here. So if you're an archer class like hunter or soldier, you could try and shoot arrows through this to get some fire onto them, doing extra damage. And this just connects right up near the amethyst gate. I call this the amethyst gate because it goes to the mine's amethyst section. That's, I think, basically all of it. Oh, as I fall in the lava again. There's a few nooks and crannies you can climb to, like over here. Oh my gosh, I just keep falling in this lava. I need a fire resist potion. That's what I should have done to show this off. Okay, let's get up back over here though. The ceiling has been a lot easier since Netherrack doesn't have slabs or stairs, so I can kind of just keep it simple and not worry about it. But yeah, I thought it's looking pretty nice as we're getting it all done. Let me climb to the top. Let's go back up this. Oh, see, if you hit that spot, you're gonna miss. Gotta hit there. And up, and up, up. Okay, there we go. And we're to the top. But yeah, so it's looking pretty nice. I'm glad how it's turning out. I still got a little bit of work to do on the mines. I have finished this wall off, though, from both sides. As you can see, there's just been a little bit more detail work. You can actually jump off top or bottom, but I decided to do just the bottom on this one. But you can come up to here. Let's actually go up there real quick. We were just there, actually. Let's hop back up there and show you that you can actually just kind of pop on down through there, too. You don't need to fall through. We've also done a bunch of coarse fruit testing. Let me grab some coarse fruit. There's been a few holes I've had to clear up. I had a few people help, but I've basically just been running through and doing this. Now, there was a big cave over here I had to clear out. Now, coarse fruit teleports you up to 8 blocks away. Oh, see, if there's no spots to teleport, it sometimes doesn't work, which it didn't work there either. It should teleport me a couple blocks back at least. Okay, what it might be doing is trying to teleport you to a spot, and if it can, it just doesn't do anything. But yeah, so there used to be this big cave here. You notice there's actually some of it still here, but I've just built out like I do about 9 or 10 just in case I'm off by 1 or 2. And then there was the section over here that we used to have our chest long ago when we first started this. I actually filled all this, and there used to be a hallway right past here. I filled that all in. There was also underneath here, there was a little bit of a cave, and I've cleared most of that in. You can see a remnant of it's right here. There's a little bit left over. Hopefully that's not in range. Let's test. Please don't be in range. Okay. Right here. Okay. Ooh, nice. Okay, the nice thing about the cores with the wizard is you could teleport right through walls. Ender Pearl, you need line of sight to go, but like coarse fruit, you could probably just go right through the mushroom side. Yeah, look at that. Now, close enough. You might be able to teleport up onto the top of a mushroom. Nope, not that time, but it's possible. Now, the wizard only gets 2. I might increase that to 4, though. We'll see. because these are very finicky and they take time to eat. Because then it gets, I think the alchemist gets 2 of these. The wizard gets 4 ender pearls. So it's the alchemist, because they got to eat their supplies, you know. There's also a spot back here I had to clear out, and there's some spots over here behind this. I filled in a big spot back here, and then I've just filled in. There's a whole section behind here. Look, there's still a little bit left over. There's that. I gotta fill that in. That's definitely a problem. Oh, that as well. Okay. Hey zombie, what you doing? So I still got a little bit of work to do, some more testing, but the next thing is I need to do this, the end section. And my idea is a bunch of little end islands, but I gotta do that. I still gotta do 2 entrances. One thing I realized about all my gear, you know, I had a whole set of each gear. Well, for having 2 entrances, let me just free cam to these real quick and show you. It's I only have 1 set. So either I divide this up, which, you know, we do 13 and 13 or 10 and 10 on each side to start with, or I make a whole nother set. And I don't really want to do all that. So I might just start with 10 on each side. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if we do 10 or even 12, that gives us like 90 plays, right? 10 on this side, 10 on this side times 9 is 90. 180 total, 9. I might just do that. Because the idea is that if we run through a certain class, let's say I pick, let's go back up there. Let's say I pick, you know, the coral mariner. And so there's now 9 options of that. And I do it again, 8 options. Once that runs out, it's not getting restocked. That class is now locked out. And you have to pick different classes. So if a class is really good and gets used a lot, it then becomes, you know, gone. And so that can become a problem. Anyways, to summarize, I've done a little bit of work on some of the old sections. I have completed the nether area, except for I got a little bit of ceiling and this 1 wall left. Next we have is the end, our 2 entrances, and that's basically it. I think that's it. I think that's all I got. So we'll end it there. Quick just summary of what I've been working on. Thanks for watching, you guys. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.